Yo, what's up, podcast people? Wait, let me fix this setup real quick. Okay, so I have very interesting news regarding this podcast. So I'm like, what was it? If you've heard this app called Anchor, this app allows you to make podcasts and it publishes it everywhere. Talking like Apple Music, Apple Music. I don't know all the other places, but Anchor is very good at that. So the only thing is that the only platform I care about for podcast is Spotify. I mean, Apple Music is fun and all, but anybody can do it. But Spotify was the secret. So I've been trying to find ways to get on Spotify for podcast, because it's really easy to get your podcast on iTunes. Like, you don't even need the app Anchor. You can just make a link of your video and send it up to iTunes or Apple, and they'll accept it. And it's really easy. But Spotify was the only one that was like, okay, somebody needs to make something to, have your podcast on Spotify, because that's like, there's so many Spotify members. Okay, so with all that being said, I've played around with that Anchor app for the past year, and I got an email the other day. And so, like, I made podcasts for fun, just like 10 seconds, 20 seconds, just to see if it actually publishes it to places. So I made this, like, random 20-second audio. And then it went on Apple Music and iTunes. Wait, I'm going to turn this light on real quick. Okay, I'm back. So, the email... I had my little Anchor podcast 20-second clip on every platform besides Spotify. But I got an email last week from Anchor saying, congratulations, your podcast is on Spotify. And I was like, hold the phone. Hold everything. What just happened with Anchor? What did Anchor just do? And so I did some like little investigation in the last 3 days, and I googled my podcast on Spotify, and it showed up, and I was like, this is a freaking game changer. And so what was it? So then I went on. Now the question was, can I upload more than 5 minutes? Because Anchor has some strict policy where some podcasts can only be a minimum 5 minutes or maximum 5 minutes when you have other people, when you're by yourself. When you make a podcast on Anchor by yourself, you cannot go longer than 5 minutes. You can't go longer than 5 minutes. But I tried something. So I downloaded my 2 previous YouTube podcasts. I downloaded the audio and went on anchor.com and tried submitting it, and it said, yeah, we accept. And I was like, what? This keeps getting better and better. And so 3 days ago, I uploaded a podcast. Both episodes did not take long at all, and I got to like make the image and the bio. It was amazing. It was all I wanted for the past year, and Anchor did that for me. So big. But I'm glad I made YouTube podcasts so I could upload, so I have a whole situation down. So if you're watching this on YouTube, of course I'm gonna I'll put my podcast on YouTube. But if you don't have time to just have your YouTube app around, you can just go on Spotify, put it there, and listen on there. So there are so many options right now. This is a great thing for the podcast world. It's an amazing thing. I'm very, very happy with Anchor. So, and it allows you to see like what like who's watched or like all the streams of your podcast. I don't know how, but I just don't know. So like here, I have it here. So the Shi-Fi Podcast total plays 12 all time. I'm pretty sure most of them are mine. I don't know. I just was like listening to myself because I was very, very happy. Well, actually, for some reason it says 6 of these streams are not Spotify. So I guess we have some people listening that don't really know me like that. All right, but I'll on my bio for my podcast I have life, and that's it. So this podcast has a future. That's all. That's the conclusion of this whole situation. So this is episode 3. Again, this is a very laid back podcast, 30-45 minutes. Nothing too crazy. I just kind of make up stuff as I go. What was I gonna say? So July 12th, I had my coffee. I went to Starbucks only because I have a gift card. Nah, I don't go to Starbucks for fun, especially if I'm by myself. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, this podcast, I'm not gonna like look at the screen the whole time because I don't really want to. Because it's a podcast. It's gotta be chill. It's gotta be chill. So I got a haircut, and if you're watching, boom, I got it yesterday. I hadn't had a haircut since May 30th, and so that's 5 weeks without haircuts. No, that's not good. Maximum is 4. It's supposed to go like 3 to 4 weeks, and so my beard was looking rough. It was getting to the point of it was going to the next level, as in the beard was just gonna keep going down and down, and it was gonna like curl and be all like weirdly messy. I'm not that type of person yet. My beard's growing. I have a good black hair beard, and I want to keep up with that. I just want to make it more full. Maybe when I'm 5 years down the line, it's like, you know what, whatever, let's just grow it all out. So yeah, that's that. Alright, July 12th. So NBA Summer League. I need to go to NBA Summer League next summer. I'm not just saying that. I really need to go. I thought about it this year. I actually was like prepping. I was like looking at flights, stuff like that. And I mean, the thing that got me snatched was that it was only $40 a day. And they have a lot of games, especially, oh my gosh, today. Whew. Jeez. So like the first week they have about 4 to 5 games, and then golly, so like the playoffs are right now, and they have today and tomorrow they have 8 games each. And so $40 a day watching these games, and you have good seats. Like I'm watching this on TV, and like the stadium's not packed like that. It's not like super packed, and so you'll be able to watch in the lower level. So I'm like, $40 a day. Nonetheless, it's in Vegas. I could get a somewhat cheap flight, and so I could watch a week of summer league, round trip tickets from Vegas, and that would be less than $500 for all that. And you get to see the rookies, especially if it's a great draft class. Like, oh, if it was last year, like 2017 draft class, whoo, that would have been. Last year's summer league was live. I was watching it a lot, but it's live. Summer league, I love how big summer league's getting. I love how it's getting to the point where like baseball isn't the lead in SportsCenter anymore. It's kicking out baseball, and that is great. That is what we need. We need to kick out baseball. And so I definitely need to go next summer. It's just that I don't know. I've been trying to work more. Because I've never had an official job before this summer. So I was like, okay, I'm 22 years old. I need to get some jobs. I need to do something, Like, yes, I'm doing this YouTube podcast. But I need some income. I need like real world income. And so that's why I was like, okay, I need to get part-time jobs, blah blah blah, and live my life. And so so that's what I've been doing. And so since I know much more about the summer league this year, because I didn't know about the tickets, I didn't know how many games they had. Now I know everything, and it's Vegas. Yeah, that's a must. So yeah, that's gotta happen. So another big thing that's been happening in the entertainment world is Drake's album. Now, probably like, Drake's was overrated. Drake's album was overrated. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, whatever. So, first, we got to clear this out. I am not going to live in a world where In My Feelings is going to be the number one song in America. And that's what's probably going to happen next week. There's never been a song like this where it debuted top 5. And then the next week has a viral dance. That has never happened. It's always like, oh, there's a new top 20 song because of its dance. But this is just the, what do you call it? The Big Bang. Just like some spontaneous combustion. Is that a term? I don't know. But it sounds like a term where it's like, it's just two forces coming together. And then boom, storms break out. And that's exactly what's happening with In My Feelings. With it being made by probably the most popular artist of all time. Plus it has a viral dance the next week. It is going to be number one. Nonetheless, top 3. And, I mean, it's a great song, but like, number 1, nobody knows the song more than the chorus. Like, I'm a Drake stan, so like I like it. I like it. Like, but I don't love it. Like, I don't love it. What is it? Like, I don't love it as much as God's Plan or Nice for What or Can't Take a Joke, Non-Stop. But yeah. So, where does Drake's album line up with his discography? So first off, the top 3 albums of his career are locked. It's locked, and if you want to change up the order, fine. But for me, it's Take Care, number 1. If you're reading this as Too Late, number 2. Nothing Was the Same, number 3. Now, you can make your own order. I get it. But those are the 3 albums. Now, the arguments start. You have Thank Me Later. More Life, Views, and now Scorpion. I'm not gonna count So Far Gone because you know what? I'm counting So Far Gone. I always forget it's more than 7 songs. Like it's yeah. But okay, I would put So Far Gone and Thank Me Later 4 and 5. Now the arguments start with More Life, I'm really confused. Okay. I really confused myself. So 4 and 5, I would say, honestly, they're arguments. Let's just say it that. The top 3 and then arguments. 4 through 7. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, he's got 8. 8 albums, 8 total. I keep forgetting What a Time to Be Alive. He has 9. Okay, let's not include that because it was a collab. Okay, now, let's say, what is Drake's 4th best album? I will say, man, that's hard. Scorpion could be. Now you're looking at me like Scorpion is a very overrated album. I know what you're talking about. But please hear me out. People forget that God's Plan, Nice for What, is on this album. Because they came out a little bit, they came out for a while. And so with that takes it over the edge of, I would say, Views, More Life. I would say Scorpion is better than Views and More Life. The only thing I hate about Scorpion is that it's 25 tracks. If I made a track list by myself of the best, like the 14 songs, like of a standard album, and I put it like where I should, number 1, and then like track 14, like a good order. And I was like, dang, this is an amazing album. If he just released it like this, like just every song is it's a track. That every song is fire. So I would say Views is Drake's worst album, and then More Life is the next to worst, next to last, and then so I'm overreacting, but let's just write for now. Let's let Scorpion age. I'm going to put Scorpion as the 6th best album of Drake's 8 albums. I will put it in front of Views and More Life. I think I just did that. So Views and More Life, and I would say it has Thank Me Later and So Far Gone to compete with. So we'll see. So that's all. Like, I love Scorpion. I hate how long it is. I wish he took out at least 5 tracks. I hate these 20 plus albums now. Like Migos did it, and I feel like people are going to do it more because with this Spotify world we live in, this Apple Music world we live in, everybody just cares about the streams. Streams are, and also Drake made a double album because he made it that long because it counts as a double album. It counts in the streaming world as two albums. So there's so many logistics, but I know with people like, if you listen, so like there's a huge difference between between the success of streams when somebody listens to a 12-track album and from a 24-track album. Like it's an extremely more successful situation. I don't know the logistics, so take that how you want. So yeah, it is what it is. So I know there's a lot of Drake talk, but that's how it is. There's also a thing I've been watching a lot on Netflix called Riverdale. I am in love with the cast. Yes, I'm in love with them. Let me make sure something. She's only 23. Okay. Let me back up for a little bit. What I just did, I just looked up the cast age because I didn't want them to be like 18 or 19 because that'd have been a little weird. But because I'm 22 and all. But I just looked up like the one I have a crush on. It's Cheryl Blossom, played by Madeleine Pesch. She's 23. That's it. That's at my age. I don't know. I'm so excited now. She's about to turn 24. She's almost too old for me. But man, she is so beautiful. I think it's just her look on the show. The red hair. I'm not into redheads either. So this is very, very weird for me. I've never been into a redhead before. Her personality is just beautiful. It is. So she's 20, she's about to turn 24. Man, she is so beautiful. But like everybody on that show, Lily is 21. I haven't looked at these. Camilla's 24. All these women are in my age. For some reason, I thought it was like 19, 20. All these. This is great. This is great. I have a shot. I haven't. So, like the three women on Riverdale, Veronica, Lodge, Cheryl Blossom, and Betty Cooper. So, like Lily, Camilla, and Madeline. I think that whatever. They're all beautiful. That's just. So there's no going around that. But I have a special crush on Madeleine Pesch because she has like a YouTube channel too. So I'm like, this is right down my alley. But I'm very happy because all these people are like, oh, I'm 20. I'm a 13-year-old. No. I'm a 13-year-old playing a 30-year-old, or no. Usually it's the other way around. But I don't know. Yeah. So this is great. This is very good. This is very good. Because I know all these successful actors nowadays are like 5. So, okay. So yeah, Riverdale. Riverdale season 2. At first, what's funny, I saw Riverdale had the new episodes up. And I saw season 1. And that season 1 was 13 episodes that were about 45 minutes each. And so, Riverdale's new season. And so, like, okay, cool. Let's see how many episodes. I was thinking 13 at the max, 16, but it was 22 episodes. My goodness, I was kind of mad. I was like, 22 episodes with 45 minutes each. I mean, y'all are cool, but y'all aren't that cool. I was freaking out. I was mad. I turned off the TV right after looking at it. I was like, okay, I'm not watching this. It's too much. This is way too much. I'm gonna waste 15 hours of my life on a season of Riverdale. So after about 4 days, I went back. And I was like, what the heck? Whatever. Let's just start the first episode. See how they came back from the past season. So I was like, This is a good episode. I like this. I like the plot. I like the plot. And I think the big thing, the big key situation that what was it? Hiram Lodge is the man that has changed the landscape of this show, because we heard so much about season 1. I'm not going to give spoilers, but he was not in season 1 at all. He was just talked about a lot as being like this criminal, Veronica's dad. And so with him showing up, this was like, oh my gosh, this is a huge deal, because it's Hiram Lodge. I imagine, I don't know, it's like, think of a very successful criminal businessman. I don't know. But whatever. Well, that changed everything, because he was around the show more, meaning more drama, more things that happen. And I also loved Cheryl Blossom's matureness. In season 1, she was very mean. I don't know. I never had a crush on her. Season 1. I don't know what happened between last year and this season, because I grew a big crush. Maybe it was just her, because she became more loving in this season, more accepting, more, I don't know, she became a more human, better person. Season 1, she was just so annoying to me, but yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's all good. I love this cast. I love their personality. I love how Cole Sprouse has been randomly in this show. He's really nice. How old is Cole Sprouse now? 25. My golly. Is that considered old? He went to NYU? Okay. I know he was born in Italy. Interesting. So he just really enrolled, because I know he like disappeared from the face of the earth after like Sweet Life and all that. And I think this is like his coming back show. Yeah, he really disappeared from the face of the earth after 2011, like Sweet Life and all that. That's cool. So with that being said, please watch Riverdale. And I mean, if you're into women, if you're into men, I mean, Cole Sprouse is a good-looking dude. KJ Apa he's a good-looking dude too. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm not, no. Okay. I'm just saying, women, there's men to crush on too. Okay. So go watch it. That's funny. I need to chill. Can someone explain to me why yesterday on a Wednesday morning that 21 Pilots and Childish Gambino both released 2 tracks? What are the odds of that happening? Like that's a huge deal. This is very random. Very random. I'm on Twitter and I see promo for Lil Wayne. I don't know if this is like real or not, but I've seen it for a while. But I'm not excited for Lil Wayne's album. And Lil Wayne was like, he was the dude for me. He was. I don't know. He was the Drake before Drake. Like anytime he dropped a song, I was the first one to listen. I tried to talk like him too, because I loved his voice. He was like, yeah, like I'm just like, yeah. So I I even tried to talk like I had his shades, I had his jeans, I even dressed up as Lil Wayne. I know it's cringy. I'm sorry, but the Carter 5, Lil Wayne's new album. So apparently Lil Wayne finally got out of that whole Cash Money deal with Birdman, and he's gonna release an album soon because apparently the Billboard's going out like what Drake did for Scorpion, and one second, this is funny. My gosh, so Scorpion and all that. I don't think it's gonna be Carter 5. I'm not sure it's gonna be good because he's been teasing this for 5 years because it was supposed to come out in 2014. And what was it? And so when you make music in 2014 and you release it in 2018, that's gonna be confusing, cause yeah, you know what I'm saying. It's gonna be confusing because there's gonna be terms there. It's gonna be different. You know what I mean. I'm just checking out Twitter real quick. Okay, Russ needs to stop making tracks. He needs to stop making singles. He needs to. I need to chill. I always think with my marketing mind when I see music being released. I'm like, okay, what's he doing? Why is he releasing this? Is there an album coming out in a month or so? But this man, Russ, has been releasing singles for the last 2 months. It seems like, maybe even longer. And so I don't know what he's really doing. He's so obsessed with making singles. I don't know. I'm sorry. He should be focusing. Okay, he should be focusing more on diving more into the music industry, as in movies or shows, like to balance it out. But I understand he just loves music and that's it. Just loves making songs and that's it. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's all he loves. I mean, he's been doing it for 12 years. It's like, I've been mixing, mastering. Like, he's only obsessed with that. He's not obsessed with the industry. He's not obsessed with making connections. He's not obsessed with any of that. So it is what it is. He's doing his thing, but it really is the complete opposite of what I would do if I had a artist to manage. So so that's that. So if you know any artists that need any managers and strategists, marketing people, I'm your mans. But yeah. So I think I'm gonna end it there. 33 minutes, 34 minutes now. But I am just so happy that I can put podcasts on Spotify. And hey, I might even make more podcasts because of that. Because that's a huge deal. The only thing now that there's always more. There's always more things to do. But I would say the next level is interviewing people. I know you can interview people on Skype, but I'm trying to figure out ways. Okay, honestly, it's not that difficult. The only thing I'm trying to figure out is how to record your screen, your computer screen, when you're interviewing people on Skype. That's literally it. Literally it. So if you know a way, let me know. I know there's this thing called EVR but it only lets you go 5 minutes, which, hey, it's a start. So I would love to have people on. I mean, it doesn't have to be like an interview, like question answer. I just want people to, just trying to get people on this podcast just for fun, just to see how it is, and just get other people, and yeah, just make this more interactive with the peeps. You know, this world has 8 billion people in it. The USA has 300 million. A lot of us are very focused on impressing, or when we're making music or making movies or entertainment, we are only focused on impressing Americans, which, okay, I see it's a big deal because us as USA, we impact the world, as in with our music artists. Like, everybody's listening to what USA is listening to. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, yeah. What I'm saying is that there's more people to impress besides America. G-Eazy is a very great example. I know it's a very random example, but he is huge in South America. He's constantly on the charts for some reason. Like, his album last December was put up big numbers in South America. And so that just goes on to say, like, there are so many things, there's so many people to impress, there's so many people out there. Drake doesn't have the whole world listening to him. I mean, hey, he had a 1 billion streams. Just 1 billion streams. There's 8 billion people out there. So only 1/8. And a lot of people are double streaming or triple streaming. Blah, blah, blah. So let's say he only had... wait, one... I don't know. I can look this up. So Drake only had 58... only has 58 million listeners. Golly. 58 million listeners. That's maybe 10% of the world. I think 58 million divided by 8 billion. Wait. It's not even 1%. Golly. It's 7/10 of 1%. What? Okay. So only 7/10 of 1% of the world listened to Drake last week. I know there's factors, economic statuses, middle class, upper class, low class, all that mess, access to Spotify, Apple Music. I know. Probably with Apple Music, Drake was listened by 1.5% of the world last week. So all I'm saying in conclusion, there's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of people to impress. Not everybody likes the same thing, and that's a great thing. So I'm gonna end it there. So thank you for watching, or thank you for listening, actually, on Spotify or Apple Music or anything. And yeah, give me any feedback, comments, tell your friends, let them know, blah blah blah. And that's about it. So thank you so much. Bye.